Hey troops, GeneralJSmith here, back with another LEGO Star Wars book review. So this time I've got LEGO Star Wars in 100 scenes. This book isn't really your conventional book, like not just another LEGO Star Wars book about some random part of it. In a way, this one is kind of the most unoriginal, I suppose, not to discredit it. But to say that effectively, as you can see in the bottom, 6 movies, a lot of Lego bricks. Basically, they've just taken pre-existing Lego sets, obviously Star Wars ones, and put it in the book and done like a catalogue of the 6 Star Wars films so far, just using the sets we already have. There's nothing new, there's anything about that. It doesn't actually even come with like an exclusive figure. Now, all of this is sounding pretty bad. It's sounding like a pretty bad book, but as what it is, it's not inherently bad. It's just simply cataloguing all the films in Lego. Now, personally, it's not my favourite book, I'm not gonna lie, because it doesn't really provide any originality. It's effectively, well, yeah, it's more or less just what it says on the tin. It's LEGO Star Wars in 100 scenes. I presume there are 100 pages then, logically, but I don't actually know, I haven't counted. But, yeah, I also want to talk about this little thing. It's kind of worrying, because this is already reduced in the UK and in the US. You buy this off Amazon, it is already reduced. I got it for £5 from like 10 or something, and this has just been released. Now, I don't know why that is really. Maybe it's deliberate, maybe it's like a marketing ploy to try and sell it more, you know, give the impression it's reduced, when actually the fact that was always the price. I don't know, but it seems like how could it have done so badly in the few days it's been released to the point where it's had to be reduced by like half price. That worries me, but don't get me wrong, it is not inherently a bad book, it's not inherently a good book, it's simply what it is. There's nothing, I suppose, to appeal about it, other than just, well, seeing Lego, really. To be honest with you, as a book, it's not inherently good. It doesn't give you ideas, it doesn't really help in any way in that sense, but it's kind of a good collector's. If you're thinking, should I buy it, should I not buy it? Yeah, you might as well. It is a fairly good purchase, there's no reason not to. I'm just pointing that out now. But anyway, so I'm going to be giving a overview, or well, a review of the book by showing basically equivalent, you know, scenes, some scenes that look pretty cool. And yeah, really, let's just get more into that right now. Alright, so now onto the book. As you see, the front cover is pretty cool. You know, you've got a lot of sets around the middle. You've got Darth Vader, or arguably the most main character in Star Wars. I mean, I suppose the entire Star Wars is basically Darth Vader's or Anakin Skywalker's journey, effectively. Anyway, it's the front page, nothing much there. Of course, with most books, well, not a fair amount of books, we will have like a major chunk of it will just be like for a minifigure, but we don't have that here. Of course, we have the front cover. This is the UCS X-Wing, if you can't tell, and this is the UCS Millennium Falcon, so that's pretty cool. By the way, you'll notice a lot of the times, because of course there are different versions of each set, but they only ever use one version of it, normally the most recent one. When you see Millennium Falcon, obviously when they go into the original trilogy, they only ever use the UCS one. You never see any types of other, you know, so I don't know if that's a hint to another UCS one to come. It probably isn't, I'm probably just making that up, but there you go, just saying that they always use the UCS Millennium Falcon, not any other normal ones. Go to the front page then, you got the, you know, just general glossary. Is that the glossary? I don't know, I think glossary is the back. I don't know different types of book. Anyway, yeah, but yeah, you got the, you know, who edited it and what, and of course you got the contents, episode 1 through 6, and yeah, so pretty cool. As I said, I will just be giving you a quick overview. Each episode starts with this thing. I think that's the actual crawl, not all of it. I don't think that's all of it. It doesn't look like all of it. I think there is more in the actual films, but I think that is actual text crawl from the films. So and then each, sometimes you'll have like a little text scrolls. This is a LEGO Star Wars, well, it is a kid's book, so you have like little funny text things, you know. And of course you start with the beginning with the frigate and all this stuff, moving along, all this stuff. Each episode is, well, I don't know really. Logically speaking, I suppose it'd be what, 15 pages? Well, less, more, I don't know. Split 100 into 6. And, you know, and then of course you've got episode 2, and it starts the same way. So episode 1 is 30 pages, so it seems quite long. Actually, well, maybe it is more than 100. Oh no, look, so it is more actually than 100 pages. So I suppose, I don't know, I just assumed, because it said 100 scenes, logically 100 pages, each page would be a scene. I mean, I suppose, you know, they may count, like, these 2 pages and 1 scene, so I suppose it'd be 200. But, actually, that's a fair... Oh! Actually, no, still don't work out quite. It's a bit more than 200 pages in this book. So, yeah, there is 215. So even if you split it in half, that doesn't quite work out as 100 scenes, but whatever. Yeah, it's still pretty cool. Really, there's not much to say per se. As you can see, we also have the newest versions of each minifigure. We need new Slave 1, or new Jango Fett Slave 1. I know we got the UCS one, which is really cool. I need to get the UCS one, but yeah. And everyone also wants another repeat of this set. That's kind of fun. But yeah, you got this, the Clone Army, very cool. As I said, we get the latest versions of all of them, so you don't get the Clone Wars clones. Also, by the way, there's a section for the Clone Wars. It goes from Episode 2 to Episode 3. So, I don't know, will they come up with another version of Clone Wars? Maybe they'll come out with another book like this for the next trilogy, or, I don't know. Maybe they'll come out with another book for Rebels. Who knows? But anyway, just want to point out, I mean, this is only one occasion. In each of these scenes, in each page, you'll get, you know, little facts. This one's obviously about clone troopers. This one, oh yeah, this one will be about the victory parade. You can pause it and watch these if you wish. Watch these, view these, I don't know, read these, whatever. Also, another thing you'll probably get, oh, it's not on that page, but on most pages, there we go, you get C-3PO on some corner page, saying something. So, yeah. You'll get, you know, information about certain things. This is about droid cars, this one about Geonosian's Warrior, Super Battle Droids, and various other things. And as I said before, you get text from certain characters, you know, funny, humorous text. So pretty cool. Now we're going into episode 3. I mean, actually, well, oh, I see what they're doing, because because as I said, they come out with the latest versions of each set. But now this entire thing at one point was a set, you see. But you know, you may say, oh well, they've come out with a newer version of Anakin's Jedi Starfighter. Well, I suppose they don't really mix and match sets. Like, if this entire thing was a set, they're not going to put in another set just because it's a newer version of one of the vehicles within a set. Hopefully you're making sense. But also, these are the old Vulture Droids and the old Tri-Fighters, just because this entire thing was one set. And you see, actually, the Wookiee Catarang. Oh, it's good to look at the old times, really. Yeah, they've never brought a newer version of this, which is annoying. Yeah, especially for those who are making sheep milk. But yeah, you've got, this is pretty cool. This is actually the new wheel bike, and this is the old, I don't know what this is called. Bogger? I don't know. That. Basically. Previously there used to be an old wheel bike which came with this, but I don't know, mix and match. It's a little complicated. But yeah, oh yeah, this is a pretty cool one. Showing here the near the end of episode 3, of course, you have Order 66, and you got this pretty cool scene. This looks a pretty cool scene, isn't it? You know, 5 Troopers. There's quite a lot of really cool information. You got up here the 5 Legion, and that's actually pretty cool information there. So there you go. You can read that and pause it, and it's actually pretty cool, that. You know, talk about 5 Legion, and they're called the Elite Unit because they're Darth Vader's unit. And it talks about Order 66. You know, it talks about how they never came out with a Phase 2 Commander Cody. That's depressing. They never came out with a Phase 2 one. That's unfortunate. But you can go on third-party sellers and buy a custom one if you wish. We've also got here then Aayla Secura versus, what was this? Yeah, 327th Star Corps. And you remember when the Ibarra MHC came out, back in what, early 2013? Geez, so long ago. It's one of my first sets that I reviewed. You remember there was a huge debate about, on the box, they called these guys, and there was a huge debate about the fact that these guys, it's more yellow, these guys are orange, yeah, so you can see the proper difference now. So everyone, the box said that these guys were part of his squadron. They're not. They're part of Aayla Secura's. But there you go. Anyway, and of course, you're the end of the Clone Wars with the Arc 70s, Plo Koon. That's unfortunate. And yeah, and it's also cool. You see, they talk about different variants of the same trooper, like Commander Gree. And we got this very rare Clone Scout Trooper from the what was it? Old Clone Turbo Tank. Very rare, very expensive, can I just say. Yeah, and yeah, in fact, I'm not going to show you the entire thing, as I said, but that's more or less it. It goes through, I believe the latest sets it's got on here are the 2014 ones. It doesn't have any 2015 sets as of yet, even though it is come out in 2015, like April, so yeah. But I believe the latest sets it has are from the 2014 line, not the 2015 line, so that's a bummer. But, yeah, also this other scene, because if you recall, here it is. If you recall, in a previous book, I think it was a Dark Side book, people were saying about, they saw this scene and they were thinking, oh, does this mean a new Cloud City set? Because everyone's been asking for it. Because this is remarkably detailed for just like a rendering, you know. You know, you had all this stuff, and now, I'm not confirming this, but you also see another shot of it from the bottom, and it still looks just as detailed with all the bricks. You know, this is not like some random drawing, which, you know, because generally in a book, if they haven't made a specific set, but they need like a picture of it for it to work out, they'll normally just like make some sort of a render for it where it doesn't really look that accurate because it's not really meant to. But yeah, so, and again, the UCS Millennium Falcon, and yeah, so they very rarely use any books. But that's more or less it for the book. It basically continues like this. Sometimes you'll see, for example, in this set, the Counter Turn 9, on this page, obviously it came out with the old Chewbacca, but in this version it has the new Chewbacca. So they may replace some figures depending on how new, or this Han Solo as well. But of course, these figures didn't actually come with this set. But yeah, it more or less continues like this. Pretty cool until the end. By the way, I've said it before, but I'll say it again. You know Jet 14's arm? Everyone keeps talking about how cool it is because it's like, you know, light bluish and all that, or, you know, transparent. Oh my gosh, they need to make these guys with that. They need to do it. It would be so cool. Make these guys, make your entire bodies that sort of colour, that sort of plastic. And, oh, that would be the perfect mould for like a ghost. I mean, I think it would be really expensive to do, but, you know, if they probably should have put in the Ewok Village, actually. If they put in the Ewok Village, that'd be amazing. That set could have gone for so much more then. So many more people would have bought it. But yeah, this is the last scene then, and then you got this, the index at the back. But just showing that it does say, however, like, not quite the end, or something. And I think it talks about, like, episode 7, well, not there, but, like, you see, apparently 434 Lego Star Wars sets so far. 127 minifigures, crazy. And there's this thing, not Obi-Wan, C-3PO says about it's just the beginning, because we've got episode 7 and so many other things still to come. But yeah, that is more or less it then. I think that is more or less it. Just a quick comparison with the visual dictionary, just to show you size-wise. This is the new expanded one, by the way. You see there. See, so a little smaller on both counts. Looking at the width, it's actually pretty incredible. Because remember, you know, this one, a fair chunk of it is for the minifigure, and this one is completely pages. So you can actually see, you know, they're not actually that far apart in thickness, and a fair amount of this is just a minifigure. So this actually has a number of pages, which is pretty cool. Well worth the money, I'd say. I mean, as I said, I bought it like for a bargain, and I think a lot of people can right now because for some reason it's on sale. Don't know why. That's kind of worrying, but as I said, it's okay. But I bought it for £5, and I think it's a very, very good price for it. I think 10 or 12 is, you know, a good price for it as well. Yeah, probably that. I'd say that's maximum. Maybe you pay for this because I suppose, you know, unlike the Visual Diction. The Visual Diction, by the way, is my favourite book to date. Unlike that, it's a good book, but it doesn't really sort of give you anything. I mean, with the Visual Dictionary, yeah, people say, oh, you can look on the internet and you can do all these things, but it's still a good way to sort of catalogue it. You can sort of almost compare sets. They give you statistics on some sets, you know, all these different things. They talk about it, and it's really cool. This book, it is cool, but just more for the sake of it's just a Lego Star Wars book, really. Other than that, it's kind of, you know, if this was Ninjago or, I don't know, Chima or one of those themes I wasn't into, I wouldn't really like it that much. I more or less just like it because it's Lego Star Wars and it's sort of chronicling the Star Wars films in Lego. Other than that, I can't see a massive reason you'd really want it, but that's not to say it is a bad book. Anyway, it's good at what it does. But yeah, that's more or less it in the review. Thank you guys for watching. Just to point out, they're bringing out a ton more of these books. Haven't you noticed? Leave down in the comments if you think they're bringing out too many books or not enough books. If you collide with the fact they're bringing out so many Lego Star Wars books, because probably from the success of the Visual Dictionary, everyone wants the new one. It's really, really cool. So they're bringing out so many more of these. I'll probably be getting a fair amount of them, maybe all of them, I don't know. But I just found this on Amazon and I thought, yeah, I'd pick it up. It's a good price. But anyway, so leave down in the comments your thoughts on them bringing out more and more of these Lego Star Wars books. Or not just Lego Star Wars, but Lego in general. Is it good? Is it bad? Do you want to bring out even more? Do you want to bring out less? You know, how many do you want? So anyway, that's more I said then to this review. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next Saturday with a whole nother video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, troops. It's not like a catalogue of every set. It's not like, oh, saying, you know, in